Okay, hopefully that's a little better. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Carl Maria, and I'm headed to Challenge Mania to see my alter ego, Kara. Also on the menu, I don't know why I said the menu. Also at the venue, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but other people that I've seen that are going to be there. Jay, also known as the guy that couldn't drink the drink. But now, somebody that people respect in the challenge fandom. Who else? Marie, I think Ryan, and Polly. And also Derek and Mark, who I didn't mention them first, but that's because Derek and Mark are pretty much a part of this business. But they are still cool people nonetheless. I always have a good time hanging out with both Derek and Mark. So I am driving today, as you can see. When they have these events in the city, when possible, I typically do my best to take the bus or the train. There's a couple reasons why I'm not taking the bus or the train today. Number one, it's super cold outside, and I'm sure it's going to be even colder by the time that event starts and ends. Because I think the run time is something like 6 to 10 or 5 to 10. So I didn't want to have to bother with having to find my way through the bus, the train, walking. And also, it's not really close to the subway station either. That makes a difference as well. So today is going to be a fun day, hopefully. I hope that as soon as I get there, people are going to recognize what this is. And for those of you who don't know why I might be wearing this wig and this headband, if you can see the headband, maybe you can't see the headband in the sun, it's because on this season of the challenge, season 40, and possibly on other seasons, but they all blend together, so I can't really remember, Cara Maria has an alter ego. This season, Michelle called that alter ego Carl. So I'm going as Carl. And no, it's not a costume party. Mark is just extra for no reason sometimes. But it's not really for no reason, because if you think about it, these events, especially challenge events, are an exceptional amount of money. So when I go to them, the first one I ever went to, my goal was just to go there and enjoy the show and sit down and leave. And frankly, even though it was fun, I was like, is it really worth it? But when I go and I know that I am going to create a part of my good time, I know that it's always going to feel like it's worth it. So that's my theory for that. Now, the format of a Challenge Mania event is, well, not the format for every Challenge Mania event, but the format for these particular Challenge Mania events at City Winery is that you go in there, and then the beginning part of it, they introduce everyone. Everyone walks in, introducing such and such, da da da. They do like an introduction for every person. And they walk in, they sit on the stage. Then they have a stage portion where Scott, who works with Derek, this is their franchise, Challenge Mania. They created kind of a franchise of meet and greets, which other people are doing on their own now, but they're the most prominent one. They're the most recognized one at this point in time. And they ask questions to each of the contestants on the stage. Some questions related to the season, some related to their overall history. And they answer the questions, and then at the very end of their Q&A that they've prepared for, they give a few fans a chance to ask their own questions. Typically, the fans that they let ask questions are in the VIP section, and I've never paid for the VIP section. And I'll be honest with you, it's not that crazy to pay for the VIP section in this case. I think it's an extra $50 or something like that. But I already feel like these tickets are really expensive, and the fan in me goes for like 50% of it, but the other 50% is to produce content for my page, because a lot of people are like, they don't have these events in my city, in my state, in my area. And I'm like, well, you know what? They have all the events. They have a lot of events in my area. And I like to let y'all live vicariously through me and watch me when I go to these events and interact with the people. I'll probably, if I can, I'm probably going to go live while I'm in there. But if I'm not mistaken, I recall trying live in City Winery before. So I don't know. They have Wi-Fi in there that I have to tap into. If the reception is bad, I will still record videos, and you guys will get to see the content afterwards. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to give you a recap nonetheless. Y'all are going to know what happened in there. Now, out of the people who are there, I've already met Kara, as you guys know. I met her once at a fibroids event. I ordered a cameo from her on my birthday, which was really nice. Check that out if you haven't checked that out. Jay, I have never met before. I think I met Marie once, maybe twice. I didn't speak to her too extensively. Nothing to do with Marie, but I think that one of the times that I met Marie might have been an event that CT was at. So it's just the nature of the beast. The way that event went was that the line to see CT was so long that if you spent time seeing anyone else, it was just going to delay the time that it took you to actually get to meet CT. Brian I've met a few times because he lives in New York. I mean, I've met him at events. I haven't met him elsewhere, but I've met him at challenge events. And Derek and Mark, like I said, Derek is a co-host to these events, so I've met him a whole bunch of times. He's really cool. And Mark Long also, the OG, the creator of the concept behind the Challenge All-Stars. So we gonna have a good time. Oh, but what I was saying, I really got off track there. But what I was saying was, usually they give most of the questions to the people in the VIP section, which I understand because they pay the most to get there. But I'm hoping that because of my getup and because of my history of going to these events, I've gone to at least a good 5-6 of them now. I know there's people who have gone to a lot more, but 6 of them is plenty. 6-7 of them, I don't know, it's plenty. I'm hoping that they're going to give me the opportunity to ask a question or two. And if they do give me an opportunity, well, drop a comment if you have a question that you want me to ask. But I think that in the case of Kara, I'm going to make it funny if I get to ask Kara a question. I might tell her, my name is Carl. Y'all might know me from this current season of the challenge. No autographs, please. I don't do autographs. And then I'll ask her, if hypothetically somebody created and gave you 3 stars, 3 extra stars that gave you advantages to even out the Challenge All Stars 4 final, what do you think the end result would be? A second question I would have would be for, I have 2 other questions, but usually they only let you ask one. If they only let me ask one question, the question would be for Kara. But if they let me ask 2 or 3, I have a couple in the stash. One question would be for Jay, and I would be like, Jay, welcome back to the challenge. How does it feel to be back? And if you happen to have gotten to the final, were you mentally prepared this time to have to drink something disgusting? And I would plug in something. I would be like, if TJ Lavin said, we're grinding up some ostrich balls and some fish eyes and some gorilla teeth in a blender, and we're giving this to you to drink, like, what do you think would have happened this time? That'll be my second question. And my third question, which I'm probably not going to get a chance to ask 3 questions, but in the event that they let me ask 3 questions, my third question would be to Derek, and I would be like, Derek, I have a lot of respect for you, the pit bull. And then I'd tell him something like, what exactly would you have done after you beat Corey, if you had beaten Corey in that elimination game that you did? Like, what if you made a final on one leg? Did you really see yourself hopping up a mountain, running, jumping, swimming with one leg? Like, what was your goal there? And I mean, it doesn't sound like a good question, maybe, but you'll understand if I get the opportunity to ask, with the way that those events are, I try to ask them things that they're going to find funny and different from the average fan, because the average fan just walks up to them and says, oh my God, I love you. Oh, I'm such a big fan. I mean, I tell them that I'm a fan too, especially when I had first met them. I told Kara that I was a big fan of hers. But in addition to that, I actually thought of something that would be a creative gift to provide her, and I gave her that gift, and she loved it, as you can see in the video. Now, my opinion is that she's gonna find this hilarious, that I'm wearing a piece of her Carl getup. And then I also quickly went and figured out a customized shirt to create, which I think that everyone is gonna find pretty funny. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. So thank y'all for tuning in. You're gonna want to stay locked onto my page today and tonight, because I'm probably going to be providing updates throughout the night. I'm going to be possibly going live, but if I can't go live, I'm at least going to provide recordings for y'all to see a little sneak peek of what's going on. And as always, after an event, I do my recap, my breakdown, and that's it. So thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, if you have any ideas, questions for me to ask them, put them in the comments, and I'll do my best. We'll see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more amazing content. Thank you.